Hello, friends. I am Chevee. Welcome to my shed. How are you today? How's life in your world? How's things where you are? Hope it's fantastic. Everything here is great. I forgot to hit publish yesterday. Did it this morning when I woke up. That's a testament to how much I'm not using computers these days, which has been fantastic. Let me tell you. After work, we tried to go play pickleball, but the courts were taken. Hung out for a little bit, came home, I finished dinner, and then I just read. It was a really nice evening. And thinking about the topic from yesterday, well, this morning, which was, like that success threshold. Like, what is the financial threshold for success, or for, like, when it becomes less stressful? And that number, that 75,000, has really helped. It's put a lot of things into perspective for me, and specifically meaning my definition of success, how I define success. Because for most of my life, from teenage years on, as a child, I didn't really think about success. I was just doing things that I enjoyed doing, and I thought I was cool because I was early adopter into computers and learning programming and all that sort of stuff. When I became a teenager and things got a little bit challenging in my worldview, I started to define success as like being able to attract an audience. Like having an audience was my definition of success. And it wasn't really about the money. It was about saying, look at this cool thing I did, and having people go, oh, wow, that's really cool. We've been doing this for 8 years now. I've been doing this my whole adult life. I've been striving for this version of success, which is to have people look up to me, to have people say, look at this guy, look at all these things that he does, he's amazing, whatever. That was my version of success. It wasn't really about money, because while I strove for success, I'm not a hustler. I've never been a hustler. I hustle, but I'm not. Going back to the discussion from Wednesday night or Wednesday or Tuesday, I'm not a guy who's going to go knock on doors and try to sell myself. I'm not a person who's going to really sell my products. Like, I don't care that much. For me, it's always been I make the thing and then I hope that other people find value in it. I'm not willing to put myself out there and say and start businesses and push and try to find clients. I could probably be, classically successful right now if I really put effort into the software that I sell to the K-12 schools. I could probably turn that into a very successful business. I don't have the gumption for that. I do not have what it takes to do that. If I could find a business partner that was willing to put in that work, maybe we could figure that out, but I'm not willing to do it. I'm not that person. And so, I've this year, essentially, this 6 months of slowing down, 6 months of giving up social media, I haven't social media'd much. I do this, that's about it. Every now and then I put a picture on Instagram. Sometimes I post on a forum, like old school forum, bass player forum, Hacker News, that kind of stuff. Every now and then I'll put a post on there. Every now and then I'll, comment on a Facebook post. But I don't social media anymore. I just don't. And I like that. And I've started to rethink what success really is. Because, let's take this playing bass for instance. I think that most teenagers pick up an instrument because they want to be a rock star. Like, that's a thought. Like, I'm going to play music and I'm going to be in a band and we're going to go on tour and we're going to have success. And sure, you might. That's possible. But as an adult, you start to realize it's a pretty low chance of possible, right? But here's the thing. Could you pick up an instrument and make $75,000 a year? Yeah, that's not difficult. Like, it's hard work, like any job. It's a lot of training, and it's going to take years of your life to get there. But that's an attainable goal. Making $75,000 a year playing an instrument is an attainable goal. That is not a fairy tale. Is that success? I think it is. If you'd have told me prior to becoming friendly and really getting to know my friends in Flogging Molly, I would have thought that they made way more money than they do. Like, I thought they were the success. Like, they are the definition of rock star. They made it. They're not playing arenas. They're not, making millions, but they're playing big venues. They made it, right? But they've also made it into a business, and they pay dozens of employees, and they provide livelihoods for dozens of people. That's success. It's not about personal whatever. And so as I've redefined things, as I've aged and I've started to redefine my own version of success, I think I've hit it. I think I've hit that point. I'm at that point where I make enough money that I'm comfortable. I'm very comfortable. We can do things that we want to do with Malia's income in addition. If we were just on my income, we'd still be just fine. But we're not. We don't have to think that way. So I've already achieved the success, the financial success. Am I still searching for the peer success, the praise? Probably. I wouldn't be doing this. I don't think I would be doing this if I wasn't. If I'm being perfectly honest, there's still thoughts. There's like, I had a friend come over and play games on Monday. I didn't tell you about it. It's not on social media. I didn't post it on Twitter. I didn't post it on whatever. Chevee in the past took pictures and posted. I've made some new meals this week. Things I haven't tried before. I took pictures. Didn't post them. Chevee in the past would have posted because Chevee in the past was looking for, look what I did. I'm cool, aren't I? And having people go, yeah, that's awesome. Or I love this. Or what do you think? And providing me that praise, I suppose, that I've sought all these years. But I didn't do it. I took the pictures. Or in the case of playing games, I didn't. I didn't take pictures. I didn't. But I was fighting the urge to. I wanted to take pictures. I wanted to post. But I didn't. I didn't at all. And it felt really good. It felt rewarding to not chase that success. But here's the thing. I can't be stagnant. Like, being stagnant is not the person that I am. It's probably the reason that I'm playing bass guitar right now. Like, it gives me a goal. It gives me something to focus on. It gives me a thing to achieve. And every day I play and I find that I can do new things. And I can play songs that I wasn't able to play last week. At the beginning of this journey, there's, the way that the lessons are broken out, they're in modules. And at the end of the first module, he wants you to try to play the bass line to Billie Jean, which is actually very difficult, and in your at the end of your first module, it's nearly impossible. I couldn't play it at speed, but I can play it now just fine. Like, it's not. I can just whatever. So there's obvious growth. Am I playing bass guitar because I think I'm going to be in a band and I'm going to be a success? No, that's not at all it. The definition for me in that instrument is to be competent enough to read tab and play along to my favorite songs. That's it. That's the whole goal, Play songs. I mean, I guess that's not technically true. I want to be able to play my own stuff as well. I would love to be able to fiddle around and come up with bass lines to stuff, and play with my wife. Like, if she wants to play, let's play. Let's fiddle around and play. But I don't have any sort of. There's not a success tied to that instrument for me. There isn't you're going to be in a band and you're going to go on a 2-week van tour. That's the goal. No, there is no goal. The goal is to play music. That's it. Period. Doesn't matter if it's on my couch or if it's on a stage. If it's at somebody's house or if it's in my bedroom. Doesn't matter. The goal is, let's play music. Let's bring music back into my life. Let's think about reading sheet music. Let's think about notes. Let's think about scales and modes and all that sort of stuff. So I would say I've already reached success with my instrument. I've already hit the point where I can play along with songs. I've hit the point where I can, I can anticipate chord changes and make runs up to, I can do that stuff. I could play right now. If somebody said, I have a need for a bass player tonight, can you play? I could, and I could hold my own, and it would be okay. It wouldn't be great. It wouldn't sound wonderful. I wouldn't be doing amazing things that wow the crowd, but I could get on a stage and go, what's the chord progression? Let's go. And I could play a bass line. I've hit success with it already. And I don't really have a target that says this is the next level of success. I guess the target is finishing this course. Malia asked me yesterday, what happens after you finish the course? And I said, I don't know. Like, I don't have a plan for that. There isn't like once I finish this course, I'm going to go find a band to join. Or once I finish this course, I'm going to start scheduling gigs. Or once I finish this course, I'm going to start writing songs. There is no end goal other than finishing the course, because that means I've learned what I can learn from a teacher, and now I need to piddle around. And if I hit another wall, I'll find an in-person teacher or ask one of my band friends, hey, what do I do here? What do I do there? Or whatever. I'm redefining success for myself, and I'm finding that in a lot of ways I've already found success. I just didn't think of it that way before. And it scares me to become stagnant. I do not want to do that. What's next? I have no idea. What do you think? What's your definition of success? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for being here as always. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, being amazing friends and wonderful people. I really appreciate you. And I'll see you again Monday. Today's word you should know sounds smart is weir, and is a noun meaning a low dam or barrier built across a river either to control water levels or catch fish. When the water level in the Passaic River lowered during a drought, a stone weir built by Indians for catching fish became visible. Weir, W-E-I-R. Never heard that before. There's a Lowhead Dam not far from here where I used to love going fishing. It has like a sandy beach they put in, and I could drive my Jeep right down on the beach, and my kid would be asleep, and I would fish right off the Lowhead Dam. So I suppose a Lowhead Dam is a type of weir.